Okay guys, so in this video we're gonna learn how to remove the complete dash out of this GMC Sierra. This process you can use it from 1998 all the way until 2005. It could be Chevy Silverado, it could be GMC Sierra, it could be Yukon, it could be a Chevy Suburban, it could be a Chevy Tahoe. It's the same process in all these trucks. This one. What I wanna do is I wanna remove this. In order to remove the dash, you have to clear all this run out of here. So we're gonna start with that. This one should be pretty simple. It has 4 bolts, size 10, holding it. There's 2 more. You have to remove this this cup holder. Just pop it up with some screwdriver, and then there's 2 more bolts, size 7 bolts. Slide it back because this hose is attached to the front. Alright guys, to remove this baby one, there's 2 bolts holding it. You have to get pretty much right next to the glove box. They're size 7. There's 2. There's one here and one. There's one connector that connects to the for the cassette system. So you see right here, this bolt was holding it, so you just got a little bit of room here. You might be able to put a ratchet through. It should be good. So there's one here and one on this side. So on this side guys, just to make more room, the more room you have the better. We need to remove this cover right underneath the steering column. There's one bolt here and one more bolt over here. They're both size cable. Unplug it from here. Let's unplug. I'm gonna remove the main connector. It's a size 7. You just unscrew it and pull out. This connector with the green, white, and black is connected back here. If you follow the shifter, there's a sensor behind the shifter bracket. Just unplug it, and then you have to unplug the airbag connector, the yellow one, this one. When you're doing this, make sure your battery is unplugged, your windows are up, both sides, and your seats are all the way back, so you have enough room. And you have. Okay, now this is the connector I was telling you. This is all the connectors that you have to unplug. You have to unplug the shaft that goes down to the racking pinion outside, and then you can take out the complete steering column. Okay guys, so I got the steering wheel out. It's really simple. There's 2 bolts holding it to the top of the dash, and then there's 2 more here. They're all size 15. And then the screw that you're gonna remove from the shaft is size 15 also. So here you make sure you remove this connector. Just slice forward and you put it down. And then in the back, make sure you remove this nut right here. It's a size 13. Take that one out because that bracket is gonna stay in the back. There's a plastic bracket here holding. Remove that. Now that you have the steering wheel out of your way, we're gonna have to remove this top part of the dash, and you do that by removing these bolts, Phillips. You have to remove your bands. One here, one more here, and you have to remove this cover around it. There's a bolt here, 7, 7, 7. Just go around this lip and you're gonna find all the bolts that you need to remove. Okay, so I'm ready to take off this top cover out. In order to get this out, you have to remove this handle that goes right here in the middle, and just the bolts all around. When you're ready to pull this top cover out, you have to pull back because that slides into this, into that. So make sure you just slide it out when you're ready to take it out. When you're at this point, you're pretty much ready to pull out. When you're ready to take out these bolts, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them. Make sure you unplug your antenna right here. Just pull, and that's gonna be. Just leave it on top. So make sure you remember to plug it back in when you putting everything back together. And these bolts on top are size 10 millimeter. On this side, once you remove this 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 bolts, 2 nuts, there's one more about right here. You can only see it if you remove the air, the vent right here. And this is the extension that's going inside to it. It's a size 15. Alright guys, so I have everything unplugged and it doesn't want to come out. Why do you think that is? Okay, I removed these 4 bolts here, and that appears that should be it. On that side is already loose, so I couldn't figure it out until I went up here. There's an aluminum bracket that goes all the way to the top, and it's the same aluminum bracket that is down here. So I follow it and I found a bolt right here. This is the cluster right behind, on the right side of the cluster. It's a size 15. I put an extension and a socket right here, and I'm gonna remove it. This is a size 15 socket. And this is the bolt. Okay, so it's that one back here on the right side of the cluster, and then there's another one on this opening right here. Same thing. I'm gonna use a deep socket 15 with that wrench. There it is. So it's this one. So there's 2 hiding in the back here, and that should be it. From there I can move my dash as much as I need to. Don't forget to, you have to remove this door panel right here on the on the driver's side, on the passenger side. This one, and there's a few connectors you have to unplug. After you remove it, this is how it's gonna look on the driver's side. You don't have to remove the cluster, you don't have to remove the radio, you don't have to remove the glove box. Come outside, you connect your AC machine. We have the high side fitting here and the low side fitting here. Alright, I got my 2 lines secure here. I'm gonna turn on the machine, open the valves, and just go to recover. I'm gonna start recovering everything on the AC system. If you don't have the machine, guys, go to a mechanic shop local to you guys and just to evacuate the system, because you're gonna have all the freon leaked out if you just remove the bolts back here. Guys, I forgot to say, you do have to remove this cover underneath. There's 1 bolt here, 1 here, almost in the middle, and there's 1 on this side, like right next to this housing. And also, to get to this housing, there's a bolt here. That's the main reason I removed this cover. There's a bolt here holding it, so you can take it out. It's a size 7. They're all size 7. Alright guys, so I already evacuated the freon. The first thing you want to do, you want to remove this nut here to unplug this line, and make sure you put a rag, because sometimes there's a little bit left over of pressure and you don't want to get it in your eyes. So make sure you put a rag, loose this nut, and take off the line with the rag covering the hole so you don't get sprays on. Alright, so I'm gonna remove this 13 right here. and I put the rag right here on top. You heard that? It was like a little bit of vacuum in it. So that's it. You remove that one, and then there's a, if you follow this bracket holding the receiver dryer, if you go right here, straight back here, there's a size 10. Remove that 10, and you're gonna be able to remove the receiver dryer and everything. But you still have to remove these two nuts, size 13. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm done with this. I have the whole housing loose now, and the only thing I attached is these heater lines. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut them here. So that's how I cut it, and then I just pull the hoses on the other side, and I deal with how to remove that hose. Don't forget to remove this 10 nut, and then just unclip this safety. Alright, so once you have it out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts. 2 nuts and 5 bolts holding the total. I'm using this one. And this is like a regular fuel tool to remove any fuel lines. You pretty much have to force this in on both sides. Make sure you push it all the way in. Once it's inside, you turn it to. Basically what you're doing with the white clip, there's like 4 little clips inside. They have to be pushed to the side, and then you can slide the tube out. So that's how you remove those lines. And then they're just ready, so when you get your new heater cord, just clip them back in, and so you're good to go. The new heater cord already installed. Don't forget your two 5.5 bolts. You go just on this side. I got my new heater cord in. The lines, I just have to push them in and they will lock into place. But I like to put some WD-40 just to make it go easy and don't damage the seal. Then we can start putting all the AC lines back together. Make sure and double check that you have your O-rings, like this one, your gaskets. Alright guys, so I'm finally done with this truck. Everything is back, steering wheel is back. I actually have it running. That turn signal light's on because it has electric problem on the lights. But it just came in for to repair the coolant leak on the heater core. So that's not that's a different project. Alright guys, I hope you guys find this video helpful for you guys, and hopefully I can help you guys over in any project that you guys have. Put some questions on the comments, and if you have any doubts on this project, let me know. I'll be posting more videos. Like and subscribe.